Shut up. I get it. It's seeing bushes. But you'll be okay. So what is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And I'm going to talk a little bit today about, how the Tesla's been working out for me. So basically, in all honesty, I wasn't a huge fan. Obviously, you could tell by the first couple videos, I was like, F this. But because here's the thing with owning one of these Teslas, right? And I will say this, if you're going to buy an electric car, it's got to be a Tesla. And I'll tell you why. Just the charging infrastructure alone makes it worth it. Where they've cut the cost of pricing and everything down. You could, after rebates and stuff, get a base Model 3 right now for slightly more than 31. You know what I'm saying? And what's great about that is it allows you to kind of get in on this luxury experience. I don't want to say, I'm going to tell you, the build quality from Tesla obviously is still not perfect. Okay, it's just not. But everything else, they can address that in the factory. They can make that better, right? It's just the infrastructure for the company, the charging infrastructure, the ability to take a car that only has like a 230 mile range, and yes, you're going to do a lot of stopping, but if you have supercharging available, you could theoretically drive the damn thing across the country. Now, something like this, where the battery's not huge in this car. This is I think a standard plus or whatever it is. And the paperwork. Here's the funny part. The paperwork I got from this from the dealer. They sell this as a long range. I think the paper says long range performance or whatever. I don't even think that's not even a thing. Anyways, this is according to Tesla a standard plus. So, the range is supposed to be somewhere around 220, 230, something like that. So, and just absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. But look, getting around town using this car, I've driven this car off and on between the Charger and this every single day. Like if I'm going from where I'm at in Summerlin down to like Southern Highlands, that's like West Vegas down to South Vegas, I just take the Tesla because it's free. That's the other thing, right? When you think about when you live in a place like this that has approaching $5 gas, if you're driving a car that takes premium like me, you're right at $5. It's like $4.77 or whatever. Or for these 200 miles of range or 230 miles of range, let's say, it cost me $10. Now, give or take that mileage, I'm sure it's not exactly that. Let's say it's 180 on the conservative side. $10, right? Or 2 gallons of premium in Vegas. So in the Charger, I could go maybe 40 miles. In the BMW, maybe 60. In this Tesla, for $10, I can go 180 miles. That in itself is a no-brainer. Now, living here where electric bills are high as fuck, you don't want to plug this car in at home. And that's why the supercharging stations out here are, you have to kind of schedule around it. There's a line, usually at every single one. And you're going to sit there between 40 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes. But again, you know, it really is, what is your time worth? Is it worth saving that money? And then when you think about how much money you're saving over the year, is it worth auto steer? It said auto steer unavailable for the rest of this drive. I have no idea what that means. Okay, awesome. Anywho's, is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Is it worth the money? That's the biggest thing. But like I said, overall, this car has been great in terms of the experience. It really, really has been fun to drive. The instant acceleration is addicting. All right, I've done this before. I had the Model S. I had a P85D, and I think the P85D might have been more insane than this was, right? Because I think they had insane mode or ludicrous mode or whatever the hell we called it back then. Now this Model 3 doesn't have any of that, but just a quick pickup. It's funny. I mean, I was out with the Mopar guys. I don't know if you guys watch my Instagram or whatnot, but I was at TK's garage. But I was out with some Mopar friends last night, and they literally were just like, "Man, fuck that car, dog." Fuck that car. Because I get it. When you spend 85 to 90 grand on a Hellcat, you expect that car to be quick. And with a rinky-dink $30,000, or in my case, $21,000 Model 3 dust your ass, that's a problem. I get it. That said, there are some drawbacks to this car. I like hitting that remote start in the morning on the charger and hearing that, oh, you know what I'm saying, hearing that rumble. Just like I do with the GTO, and I think now the Petty Roosevelt is probably going to be the loudest, but it is what it is. But I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts and stuff. We'll talk a little bit about the driving here, the drivability, like what I like about how the car handles and stuff here next. Come on, man, get out! Jesus Christ, man! I swear to God, this town is literally has the worst fucking driving. Oh, sorry. Like, I have to avoid accidents. I mean, I've had to do that in other cities. Let me not get it wrong, all right? But, like, I've been hit so many times here now, like, you can actually see it when it's coming because somebody's either on their phone, not paying attention, being a general jackass. Just, you know, fun times. Anyways, the driving ability, you know, what I like about the driving in this car is it does feel kind of sturdy. I like the Model 3 more than the Model S. The Model 3, this is going to sound like blasphemy to my BMW family, but it really feels to me, it's got that stiff, like, suspension, like, no really body roll, you know what I'm saying? It has that very stiff feel like an E46 M3, or even like in the E90 series, you know, in the 90s M cars. Like, it just has that really, like, it just, and I know it's a big ass battery under the car and it's heavy, I understand, but it's also the way the suspension works. Even if it's got a low center of gravity and super heavy there, you're still gonna feel some kind of body roll, but not really in this thing. I don't get that at all. So, in my opinion, this is just a all-around solid car, I guess is the best way. I mean, it's just so solid. When you really look at it in terms of what you're getting, if this is not for somebody who packs up like me and like, I'm going to Houston today. I mean, you could do it. You're gonna live at superchargers. You're gonna be stopping constant. You got to add a day and a half of travel time to anywhere you want to go. That said, you're probably going to save a ton of money. A ton of money. But I'm interested to know what you guys think. You know, what do you guys think about the Tesla? If you're a Tesla owner and you're on my channel, what do you guys think about them now? I will say this, they have matured a lot as a company from when I had my P85D. Everything from the software to the self-driving software, you know, the auto steer, all that good stuff, has been really good. So, but it's just like, I don't know, man. Some of the drawbacks for me are like the errors, right? Like all of a sudden, like one of the sensors or something is failing somewhere in the front of this car. I don't know which one it is. And randomly at times in the time that I've had this car, the autopilot or auto steer won't work. It just doesn't work. So, you know, I know that could possibly be a maintenance thing, and most likely it is, but it's just still a pain in the ass, you know what I'm saying? But the overall on this car is positive. I can say that. The overall on this car has been positive. So no, I didn't get into playing video games on the screen or how good the air conditioning is in the 120 degree heat here in Las Vegas, or the fact that it has pretty dope safety features. You know, there's other stuff I didn't talk about, like when you're sitting at the red light and on your phone, that it sends you a little bang to let you know that the light is green. All of those things are cool, and I think a lot of these features that Tesla does have should be standard on every friggin' car sold in the United States. I mean, it's not hard. You already have the cameras and the sensors. The same cameras that pop up the speed limit sign on your dash in newer vehicles can also be used to look for a green light and to tell you that it's time to go. All that stuff is there. So again, it really, overall, I can say this, I've enjoyed the time that I've had it so far. That said, I know you're, oh, that said, I told you guys I was going to be selling this car because I got an insane deal. I paid low 20s. I haven't said exactly. I know I said 21 or whatever, but I didn't tell you exactly what was paid for this car. So I paid very little for this car because of the damage in the accident to that rear corner back there, which for the most part over time I've got out. I even had a maybe at the end of this video I'll give you guys a quick look. I even had a PDR guy try to tighten it up a little bit more for me, and you can still tell it got swiped right there or whatever, but not unless it's a white car. You have to really look for it, right? So I'm thinking, I already had CarMax look at this with the mileage on this car, currently sitting at 68,000 miles. That's what's on this car for a 2021. Whew, that's a lot of miles. I went ahead and, you know, just had the little appraisal thing done at CarMax to see what they would offer me. And you know what? We'll leave that for a separate video because I did shoot video for that. I'll edit that together and I'll publish that for you. But needless to say, I'm debating whether I sell it to CarMax or do I take a roll of the dice and run it through the auction and see if I get more money at auction for it than at CarMax. I don't know. We'll see. But there's a reason why I'm selling the Tesla, and it's because there's another YouTube channel. I'll link them in the description, called Swamp Boys Garage. All right, they're a smaller up-and-coming YouTube channel that does way more physical, like rebuilding car, like actually doing body work, paint. They rebuild cars. I don't know how they don't have way more subscribers, but go check them out. Link in the description down below. You can tell them I sent you. Be polite. All right, don't be a savage. All right, you could be a savage over here. Don't be a savage over there. All right, be nice. Anyways, they're selling a Tesla Model 3 on eBay that I am going to actively bid on, and it has a couple little issues, like the air conditioning compressor might be bad, and they're like $200-300. That there again, I've never worked on an electric car, so I think that will be some interesting video. And the supercharging has to be recertified through Tesla, which I don't know how much that's going to cost. But it could make for some interesting videos. Depending on what I get for this car at CarMax, I could still come out ahead by a few thousand, still have a Tesla Model 3, which might have better range, and I get some videos of me working on a Tesla. I think those are all positive. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. But yeah. But yeah, this is what I'm doing today. I'm sitting in this bumper to bumper, Las Vegas traffic, because, this is what we do. I'm on my way out to Yermo, the Marine Annex, so I'm going to be driving for a while. I'm going to have to stop and hit the supercharger on the way out of town, make sure I have enough range. But yeah, we're heading out here to Yermo in California. Got to do stuff from my other work, doing my DOD stuff, and then roll back this way. So maybe there'll be a road trip video and see how this thing handles on a longer drive. But anyways, that's going to do it for me, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up button if you like what I do. And smash that thumbs... yeah, you can smash the thumbs up too. But smash that subscribe button like it was disrespectful. And, yeah. Thank you guys very much for watching. Evidently, I have to move. And I will catch you guys very soon on the next one.